Caste is a form of social stratification characterized by endogamy, non-commensality and hereditary occupations. According to Human Rights Watch and UNICEF, caste discrimination affects an estimated 250 million people worldwide. A paradigmatic, ethnographic example is the division of Indian society into social groups. Historically, the caste system in India has consisted of thousands of endogamous groups called jatis or qaums and biradris. The Nepalese caste system resembles the Indian jati system with numerous jati divisions, with the theoretical varna system superimposed for a rough equivalence. Religious, historical and socio-cultural factors have also helped define the bounds of endogamy for Muslims in India and Pakistan. The caste system in Sri Lanka is a division of society into strata, similar to the jati system found in India. Yazidi society is hierarchical. In Yemen there exists a hereditary caste, the African-descended al-Aqdam, who are kept as perennial manual workers. Various sociologists have reported caste systems in Africa. Etymology. The English word caste derives from the Spanish and Portuguese casta, which the Oxford English Dictionary quotes John Minshew's Spanish dictionary to mean race, lineage, or breed. When the Spanish colonized the New World, they used the word to mean a clan or lineage. However, it was the Portuguese who employed casta in the primary modern sense when they applied it to the thousands of in-marrying hereditary Indian social groups they encountered upon their arrival in India in 1498. The use of the spelling caste with this latter meaning is first attested to in English in 1613. Caste in South Asia. Caste system of India. Historically, the caste system in India has consisted of thousands of endogamous groups called jatis or qaums. Starting with the British colonial census of 1901 led by Herbert Hope Risley, all the jatis were grouped under the theoretical varnas categories. According to political scientist Lloyd Rudolph, Risley believed that varna, however ancient, could be applied to all the modern castes found in India, and he meant to identify and place several hundred million Indians within it. The terms varna and jati are two distinct concepts. While varna is the idealized four-part division envisaged by the twice-borns, jati refers to the thousands of actual endogamous groups prevalent across the subcontinent. The classical authors scarcely speak of anything other than the varnas, as it provided a convenient shorthand, but a problem arises when even Indologists sometimes confuse the two. Independent India has witnessed caste-related violence. In 2005, government statistics recorded approximately 110,000 cases of reported violent acts, including rape and murder, committed against Dalits. Records crimes against scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, the most disadvantaged groups, in a separate category. These crimes are grievously underreported, but even so, the figures for 2012 are revealing. 651 cases of murder, 3,855 cases where people were hurt, 1,576 cases of rape, 490 cases of kidnapping and abduction, and 214 cases of arson. Ref http://www.bbc.com/news/world-asia-india-2777490. The economic significance of the caste system in India has been declining as a result of urbanization and positive discrimination programs. Upon independence from the British rule, the Indian constitution listed 1,108 castes across the country as scheduled castes in 1950. For positive discrimination, the untouchable communities are sometimes called Dalit or Harijan in contemporary literature. In 2001, the proportion of Dalit population was 16.2% of India's total population. The majority of the 15 million bonded child workers in India are from the lowest castes. Nepal. The Nepalese caste system resembles that of the Indian jati system, with numerous jati divisions with a varna system superimposed for a rough equivalence. But since the culture and the society is different, some of the things are different. Inscriptions attest the beginnings of a caste system during the Licchavi period. Jayasthita categorized Nuas into 64 castes. A similar exercise was made during the reign of Mahindra Malla. The Hindu social code was later set up in Gorkha by Ram Shah. Pakistan. Religious, historical and socio-cultural factors have helped define the bounds of endogamy for Muslims in some parts of Pakistan. There is a preference for endogamous marriages based on the clan-oriented nature of the society, which values and actively seeks similarities in social group identity based on several factors, including religious, sectarian, ethnic, and tribal, clan affiliation. Religious affiliation is itself multi-layered and includes religious considerations other than being Muslim, such as sectarian identity and religious orientation within the sect. Both ethnic affiliation and membership of specific Biradrishawsat quomes are additional integral components of social identity, within the bounds of endogamy defined by the above parameters. Close consanguineous unions are preferred due to a congruence of key features of group and individual level background factors as well as affinities. McKim-Marriott claims a social stratification that is hierarchical, closed, endogamous and hereditary is widely prevalent, particularly in western parts of Pakistan. Frederick Barth, in his review of this system of social stratification in Pakistan, suggested that these are castes. Sri Lanka. The caste system in Sri Lanka is a division of society into strata, influenced by the textbook Varna and Jati system found in India. Ancient Sri Lankan texts such as the Pujavaliya, Saddharmaratnavaliya and Yogaratnakariya and inscriptional evidence show that the above hierarchy prevailed throughout the feudal period. The repetition of the same caste hierarchy even as recently as the 18th century, in the British Kandyan period Kadai Impoth boundary books as well, indicates the continuation of the tradition right up to the end of Sri Lanka's monarchy.